This is Vargas recording live from the Vargas Vault. And if you can't tell by the mask, and because it's been a while since I've actually done something like this, I wanted to record a wrestling related video. And right off the bat, I am totally freely admitting I am ripping off the idea from my good buddy Moviejohn. He recently posted a collection video of his luchadors, of his wrestlers, in action figure form. He got a lot of figures, so I decided I don't think I've done one for my figures, so I got them out, and I wanted to share what I got. So yeah, this is a shout out to Moviejohn. You know, he's the one that inspired me to do this, so yeah, that's what I'm doing now. This, first off, I have an André the Giant figure. I got this one because this was a promotional giveaway through GameStop. They were promoting, I don't remember if it was Legends of Wrestling or one of the WWE 2K games. The thing is that if you reserve the game, you could get Andre, and that's how I got André the Giant. Right there. Then these I found at a flea market. It was part of a 3-set Hulk Hogan collection. Basically, it was Hulk Hogan through the years. So you had classic Hulk Hogan, you know, from the 80s and 90s, with his bandana and you know, his shorts. And then you got NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan. You know, when he was in WCW. Better look at him. And then the other Hogan that was there that wasn't in the box was the WWE Return Hulk Hogan, which was kind of like a combination between old Hulk Hogan and WCW Hulk Hogan. Looked really weird, but it didn't come with that, so I don't have it. The next figure I got is Kane, the Big Red Machine. In the back. None of these are elite. These all came out in the 90s, early 2000s. I have a couple of elites, but I don't have that many. So this is what you would call your basic figure, but I still like them. They're still pretty cool. They're not as articulated, but it's fine. This is Big Red Machine. During the Attitude Era, when Kane debuted, he had a red suit that covered his whole body, but you know, he was doing away with that, so this is Attitude Era Kane. I want to say before he actually got unmasked. Then, in that same set, this is actually from a set of figures that have like a metallic sensors here, and the way that these would work is that you would put them on certain spots of a ring set, and they would spew out catchphrases. So I don't actually have a ring. I want to track down a ring, but this is Mick Foley. Not Mankind. I don't have Mankind. I need to get Mankind. But this is Mick Foley. Just regular Mick Foley. Then I have, I want to say, Evolution version Triple H. And I say this is Evolution because that's when he shaved his beard. When he was in DX, and then after Evolution, he grew a beard. And when he didn't have the beard, he was in Evolution, so Evolution Triple H. And I'm not a big fan of the mold of this guy, but it's the only one I have, and this is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the face, but this is another one of those sensor figures, and it says, you know, it has the skull logo here. Stone Cold's Gym. Not the best face, but it's what I've been able to find. Then I have a Shelton Benjamin. Before he became the gold standard, and after he was part of Team Angle. If you don't follow wrestling, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But throughout a wrestler's career, there are certain spots in his career that you can track down. For example, this is Shelton Benjamin. When he was part of Team Angle, he had, like, you know, Kurt Angle, the American flag. Then he separated from that, and he was just Shelton Benjamin. And then when he became the gold standard, he painted his hair yellow. So that's how I know this is pre gold standard Shelton Benjamin. Then I have a pre-evolution Randy Orton. You can tell it's Randy Orton because of the face, but it's pre-evolution because he doesn't have the tattoos. Randy Orton had some tattoos done. Actually, I don't remember 100% if he had the tattoos during Evolution or after Evolution when he became the Legend Killer. But this is an earlier Randy Orton because again he doesn't have the tattoos on the back. Then we have an Edge. His likeness is not the best, but still it's Edge, the rated R superstar, and I like Edge. I haven't been able to find any divas, so yeah, this is basically a sausage party as far as wrestlers. I would like to get some of the classic divas like Trish Stratus and Lita, and then some of the newer wrestlers like Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. But this is Ric Flair. I like the mold on Ric Flair. This is again probably from Evolution because he has the short hair. But I found him with the big gold belt, the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion from WCW. And when I think big gold belt, I always relate the belt with Ric Flair. Because when Ric Flair was coming earlier to the WWE, WWF in that time, Bobby the Brain Heenan would bring the big gold belt, and this is the belt of the real world champion. And that's when a little while afterward, Ric Flair came on, and he was sporting the big gold belt. So I always relate the big gold belt with Ric Flair. And we have not a big fan of the mold on this one either, but that's the only Kurt Angle I've been able to find. It doesn't look like Kurt Angle, like at all. And this is after he got his head shaved by Edge. So yeah, not the best Kurt Angle figure out there, but it's what I've been able to find. Then we have the Big Show. Yeah, this is the Big Show. I like the mold on this one. It actually looks like the Big Show. Not as big. For size comparison, this is André the Giant, and this is the Big Show. And André the Giant, stands tall against the Big Show. And supposedly the Big Show is supposed to be the same size as André, so that could be just the design of the figure, but the Big Show is not that big in figure form. This one I have because this is Carlito Cuarón. Had the big bushy hair, and his gimmick was that he would eat apples and then spit them in people's faces. Like, I spit in the face of people that don't want to be cool. This line of figures is not my particular favorite because the hands are not too articulate. Like, they do that. So there's a lot of wasted space here. Like, you can't make them come in closer. But this one came out in 1999 by Jakks Pacific. But it's Carlito. Then I have a D-Generation X Shawn Michaels. Not a big fan of the face, which the camera does not want to focus on. But this is Shawn Michaels, tuning up the band. I wanted a Shawn Michaels, and that's the only one I found. Then I have the five-time WCW champion, Booker T. I don't know if this is King Booker, but the likeness of Booker T is really cool. This actually looks like Booker T, even though, again, it's not one of these basic figures, but he looks like Booker T, has the dreadlocks and everything. So, Booker T. Then I have another one that I really like how he looks, even though I'm not a fan of the mold. This is the Animal Bautista during the Evolution phase, because he had the thing here. And looks like Bautista, has the build of Bautista. Just again, the articulation isn't that good. But this looks like Bautista, and that's the important thing. Almost done. I have a basic, another one that looks pretty much like him. This is basic John Cena. The mold is different. They ripped the shit out of John Cena. I mean, he looks like really, really ripped. But the face looks really cool. It looks like John Cena. A lot of people do not like John Cena. I'm fine with John Cena. He's pumped out some good matches, but a lot of people do not like John Cena. Then the only Undertaker figure that I've been able to find, and this is after he came back as the Dead Man, because he was the Undertaker, then the American Badass, and then the Dead Man Undertaker, who combined the ring gear of the American Badass. But this is the Undertaker. Doesn't really look like the Undertaker, but this is with his tongue out and his tattoos. He still has the Sarah tattoo. So, yeah, this is right after he came back, because he had his wife's name there. But after he married Michelle McCool, he got that removed. So, yeah, this is during that period in his career. And I just slapped in a WWF Tag Team Championship belt there. I haven't been able to find any belts, unfortunately, so yeah. Then I have, this is probably also part of a set, but I found them like that. And this is The Rock with his hair and his, legendary eyebrow, the Brahma Bull tattoo here. So this is the Attitude Era Rock. And then I have the returning Rock. This time he was bald, still has the eyebrow, but now he has his Samoan tattoos here on the side. So yeah, two versions of the Rock, because why not? And then the only two Elite figures that I have an Elite Daniel Bryan. Yes. He's now an eco person. And, but yeah, this is Daniel Bryan. The thing about Elites that after a while they kind of wear, and they can't, stand still. But they're more articulated. Detail-wise, I don't think he looks like Daniel Bryan. I think he looks like a wrestling, I don't want to offend anyone, but like a wrestling Jesus. But yeah, I have Daniel Bryan. I would like to get a Demon Finn Balor. And the last one I got, which is probably one of the better ones because it's an Elite, but this is Brock Lesnar. He has a set of gym pants. He has his Eat, Sleep, Conquer, Repeat, his, things. And then they come off and he has his ring gear. So this is probably the most detailed figure that I have out of the whole bunch. The Elite Brock Lesnar. I'm still hunting to complete my collection. I still need... Surprisingly, I do not own a Rey Mysterio. I want to get a Rey Mysterio. I want to get a Chris Jericho. I want to get an Eddie Guerrero. I want to get a Chris Benoit. I want to get a Macho Man, because I don't own a Macho Man. I want to get an Ultimate Warrior, because I don't own an Ultimate Warrior. Trish Stratus, Lita, and then Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. But those would really only be the only figures that I have. I have a couple of figures that would probably not be in anyone else's collection, like Carlito or Shelton Benjamin. But I found them cheap, so I bought them. But yeah, those are the figures that I would need to have a complete set of wrestling figures that I would want. Actually, I'm lying. I would like to get a Tito Santana. I don't know if there's a Tito Santana figure, but if there is, I would like to get him. And a $1 Million Man with the $1 Million belt, because I really like the $1 Million Man. Actually, I'm going to stop because there's actually a whole bunch of legends that I would get, but mostly a Macho Man and an Ultimate Warrior would be the two biggest ones that I would need, because they were great in the old era. And new era, maybe just a Demon Finn Balor. That's the only one I can think of. But yeah, that was my wrestling figure collection. I don't have any, only have two Elites. But what I have, I'm happy with what I have. But I would like to track down the other figures that I mentioned. But yeah, just wanted to share this quick video with you guys. Hope you like it. I do want to get more content into the channel, more diverse content. It's become just DVD pickups, and I want to spice it up. Maybe talk about, well, I did that with the NES games, but spice it up. Talk about more stuff. Find some time to do some reviews, but I'll do that as I go along. But until I see you all again, this was Vargas, recording from the Vargas Vault. Thanking you all, and signing out.